go over Bitcoin, we have a huge drop that's going on right now in Bitcoin. It's all the way down to 72K now. We had a pretty big drop. So we're going to talk about it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But let's get straight into this, guys. Look at this. We broke the bear flag. And the bear flag right here has been going for a very long time. And we finally broke it. But we haven't closed beyond the bear flag. So what I mean by closed is we need another candlestick below this trend line, and that would be another red candlestick. So every candlestick is going to be a day because we're on the daily chart. So after tomorrow, we'll see if we can close tomorrow in the red down here. If we do, then that is the bears confirming that this is bearish. But if you look at everything else, I mean, it kind of is like a confirmation that this is bearish. Like if you look at all this selling pressure right here, it's a lot of selling pressure. And we could easily speed up here with the selling pressure. So I would definitely keep an eye out for this, because as this MACD speeds up, I like to call this the extended selling period or extended selling pressure, right? And you can see when it's extended on the MACD like that. So it does happen a lot, and we definitely need to pay attention to it to see how far this one could go, because there's still, like I said, the possibility of us shooting back up here to like 75K or the 77K region at the 50-day moving average. So there's still that possibility that you would want to watch out for in Bitcoin. But other than that, we're having a nice pullback here. You can see here on the percent R trend exhaustion, this blue line, the long-term trend's coming down. The short-term trend right here is coming down. And I am expecting a short-term recovery soon, where we just see like a quick spike up and then immediately continue to pull back down, right? And that could happen within days. Like we could see a quick spike up and then immediately spike down. So that's what I would definitely pay attention to, because the bulls are getting trapped left and right, literally left and right. They're getting trapped. So I would be extremely cautious with that. Now, when you look at the weekly chart, you know, this just looks like a recipe for disaster. Like it's ready to just turn down. And like I said, this is bullish divergence. We'll see some selling pressure, and then it'll be another higher low here on the MACD. And with that, you're going to see the bottoming out of Bitcoin, because when we look at divergence, bullish divergence is lower lows on the chart and higher lows on the MACD. So as we print out those lower lows on the chart, we're printing out these higher lows on the MACD, and then we're eventually going to take off going into the end of the year, because that's when the bull market is going to ramp up. So as you can see here, we should create lower lows here, and simultaneously we're creating higher lows on the chart. So this next low is going to be our next higher low, which is going to create the next lower low on the price. All right. So it's very, very, very simple. All we have to do is wait. Literally, that's all we have to do is wait and be patient and see what's going to happen next. So we should have the selling pressure. Again, we might see a little spike up followed by an immediate pullback. So get ready for that. So I think that this is going to jump hard though. So there might not even be a spike up, right? It might just continue, but we won't know until tomorrow. We got to see the closing of tomorrow. So, all right, we got to close below the bear flag today and close below the bear flag tomorrow. If that can happen, we are in the bearish zone. So that's what we need to see with Bitcoin. That's what's going on here with Bitcoin though. Going to the short term, looking at the 4-hour chart here, you can kind of see that selling pressure is about to speed up just like all these areas, and we're going to see that big push downwards, right? And this is how we're going to start it, right? This is going to be the start of our bullish divergence. We're going to be creating higher lows on our MACD and lower lows on our chart. So this low is going to be another higher low, right? So it's going to be like this, and we're going to create those lower lows on the chart at the same time. So all I gotta say is patience is key. Just wait and be patient. But yeah, we're at 72K. We touched 71K for a brief moment there. We went all the way down to 71.8K. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna make a video on Lab, because I made a video on Lab, right? And I was talking about how we might have a pullback before we go up to $12. Well, it pulled back, but not to where I thought it would. It pulled back to $7 and then immediately shot up past $12. So I thought Lab would only get to $12. It shot up past $12 and it went all the way up to 16. Now it's at $15. So I'm going to make a whole video on Lab because I got it right. You know, it pulled back a little bit, not as much as I thought it would, but a little bit. and then it just took off. So yeah, I had that feeling that it was going to hit that $12 range because of the divergence. Just looking at all that buying pressure, it just looked like it had to keep going, and it absolutely did. And we might keep going to $19, but I'm gonna keep you guys updated on Lab. I'll make a whole video on that. But talking about some of the other stuff with Bitcoin here, we have this guy Teddy saying Bitcoin is now approaching a make or break level, a daily close below $70,000, and the downtrend will accelerate. So that's pretty much what I was saying. Like, if we close that daily chart on at 70K below the bear flag, then that's going to be pretty bearish, right? And then this guy already says the make or break level. He's also talking about the same make or break level, 72.5K, same make or break level down there. So that's pretty interesting. And then this guy, he's talking, the crypto river is talking about a huge crash, saying anything below 72K will cause a huge crash. So everybody is saying the same exact thing. Everybody's saying, oh, if we go below 72K, huge crash. But then when you look at what this guy's saying, he's not saying that at all. He's showing this thing going up massively after having a little bit of a pullback. So he's saying we pull back to like 69K and then immediately take off and hit 90K. That's what this person is saying. So I don't know if that would happen, and honestly, I don't want to bet on it either. But hey, this is all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to bring this to you. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll be back with another video.